Eyewitnesses have described a pack of hairy, wolf-like creatures walking on two legs, roaming the rural town of Palmyra. In the early 2000s, a series of bizarre events and unsettling discoveries culminated in these mysterious cryptids terrorizing a family living on a secluded farm in Palmyra. But the question lingers, were these creatures truly werewolves? The mystery remains unsolved.
Tonight, I've got a story that's going to send chills down your spine. It's a tale of a family, a peaceful farm, and something unnatural lurking in the shadows. This is the story of the Martin family and the terrifying wolf-like creatures they encountered in Palmyra, Maine. So, grab a blanket, turn off the lights, and let's dive into this bone-chilling mystery. In 2005, Eric Martin and his family moved into what seemed like their dream home, a peaceful farm nestled in the rural community of Palmyra, Maine. Surrounded by open fields and majestic forests, it was the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. But little did they know, their dream home would soon become the setting of a nightmare. For the first year, everything was perfect. But then things started to change. The Martin kids began noticing strange lights flickering in the woods at night. And when they'd walk through the forest, they couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was watching them, stalking them. One night, the family was hanging out on their porch, enjoying the cool evening air. That's when they saw them. 5 dog-like creatures standing in the middle of their field. At first, they thought they were just wolves, but something about them was off. Their eyes glowed in the dark, and their movements were too deliberate, too calculated. Eric grabbed a flashlight and pointed at the creatures. Big mistake. The moment the light hit them, they charged. The family barely made it inside before the creatures reached the house. And when they looked out the window, they saw the 5 wolves sitting there, staring right back at them. But these weren't ordinary wolves. One of the kids saw one of the creatures stand up on its hind legs, and it was massive, 8 feet tall, with a hunchback and glowing eyes. This wasn't just an animal. This was something else entirely. Eric, thinking quickly, decided they needed to leave. He made a run for the truck, but the moment he stepped outside, the creatures chased him back into the house. The family was trapped. They called the police, but all they were told was to keep their doors locked and stay inside. All night the creatures circled the house. They clawed at the doors, scratched at the windows, and even climbed onto the roof. The family could hear them walking above, growling, sniffing, and scratching. It was like the creatures were testing the house, trying to find a way in. When morning finally came, the creatures retreated back into the woods. The family opened the door to find their property in complete disarray. Footprints everywhere, deep scratches on the door, and the gravel outside, well, it looked like it had been dug up by massive claws. The Martins didn't stick around to find out what would happen next. They packed their things, left the house, and never looked back. The property was sold shortly after, and to this day, no one knows what those creatures were, or if they're still out there, waiting for the next family to move in. So what do you think? Were these creatures just wolves, or was something more sinister lurking in the woods of Palmyra, Maine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.